Welcome to lesson 8 of our Streamlit prediction dashboard implementation with Python. Last lesson we started going through data fetcher class and created initializing method and defined also a list of other methods that are going to be included. My bad, last lesson I didn't discover that I just left a space between load and .m, so if you just, this was what was before and just need to have underscore in it, not the space, obviously. Now we are going to work on the following three methods, and this one does load the stocks from stocks.txt file in a root folder of the project. And these two are intended to get the historical data from two data providers, FMP and Tingo. Let's start working on the first method here, load stocks. Our one-liner definition, as always, gets list of stocks from stocks.txt file folder. We are going to start with try to handle errors gracefully with open stocks.txt, and we want to have it in read mode, not in write mode, because we are just going to grab the data from it and not have input in it. As f stocks equals to line strip for line in f if line strip. What this code line does, it strips one stock per line, one string per line for each of the lines in this file. Let's open it to make sure that we have all stocks in one line. So this will strip Apple separately, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Meta, Nvidia, Berkshire Hathaway, United Health, G&G, GPM, etc. So this one line of code will make this file into the list of stocks, separated by comma as a list, and each input will be defined as one line from the stocks.txt file. Logger info string stocks. So we are measuring here this file's length, so how many stocks are in there, and displaying it in here. To avoid errors like this, let's add here after the logging, logger logging get logger name. Okay. Good with this. Let's go to the next function here. And here we are returning stocks as a list. So all the target of our method was to grab the data from stocks.txt, save it as a list, form the list as stripping one line per one stock or one list item per line, and return it at the end of it. And here we try with our handling exception. What exception can be? That the file is not found. Except file not found error, logger error, stocks.txt file found and return. If nothing is found, obviously we're returning an empty list. So again, one more time, quickly. We went through stocks.txt, we grabbed each line from it into element to string element in the list and return it at the end of this method. Now, historical data fetcher. The name says it all. Basically, this is the code to get the historical data for any given stock from FMP source. Gets historical stock data on and show modeling. This was the full name of FMP. Again, try URL equals f string self FMP base URL after this we're adding historical data symbol start date symbol, let's leave it here, and we will provide the remaining part as an argument. Params equals to the dictionary API key here will be self FMP API key. From will be datetime now minus time delta, days equals to days, and 2 datetime we don't need here the plus part, but we rather use datetime now and string for function. Okay, now what we did, we provided the additional arguments to be added to URLs py as set dictionary of parameters, which include our API key, from, and to. Now, response equals to request get URL params, and let's add one more parameter. Timeout is 30 seconds. Response raise for status. Our data here will be equal to response JSON. And if historical not data historical are returning warning logger, no historical data for symbol, and return none. Now our data frame df will be pandas data frame data historical, and our df date will be panda to datetime df date, and our data frame will become df sort values per date, reset index drop equals to true. This line of code will return sorted values, sorted data frame per date column, and will reset the existing index for it. Now, from all of that data, we need only a so little number of columns. So df will be df equals date close open high low and our logger info will say fetch it. Now we want to display for how many days this prediction data has been obtained. Length df set here f string, so days of historical data for symbol, and if not, we'll over this except exception, it's e logger error e. Let's combine it with some meaningful text also. String possible to obtain historical data from error and then this ID error. Nor even let's have this placed as string. Or not, or let's have this removed, this removed, and this added with string. Now looks better. So we set the URL variable, which will be equal to base URL, historical data, and that symbol. We added optional parameters, which will be included into definition of the URL itself, and indentation issue, which we will fix later on. So this added params, we are recording a response. It raises the status, data variable will become what we receive as a response, and from that we are trying to see if historical is included in the data that we received. We are forming it as pandas date format. And we are extracting the column date to have it sorted in data frame, and from that, based on that date information, we are sorting our existing data frame, and even from that sorted data frame we are extracting only the columns that we need: date, close, open, hide, one. This will become our final data frame that we will be providing from when this method is called. The Tingo part is more or less the same, so let's just copy this method and paste it here. Let's just modify this to Tingo. This will be not FNP base URL, but Tingo base URL, and the structure of Tingo will be, or the URL will be a bit different. This not will be historical data, but instead it will be symbol and price. Params will be here, not API key, but token, which will be self Tingo API key. Let's delete those. Start date will be the same, datetime, not from, but start date here. Start date will be datetime now minus the time delta, days equals to days, and date here. And date will be datetime now, and the format here will be JSON. Let's add here this 2. Okay, with here and here we have again data to be received as the response of a JSON inquiry. Here we do not have historical, but if not data, we are returning here your warning, and here we return none. Then df is the same, with sorting with date, and again we are updating the TF with the sorted per date information. And last, we are going to not sort values, but to TF are going to do a little operation of renaming. Rename columns equal to adjacent close. This is the name of the field in Tingo. This will be our close. Adjusted open will be our open. Adjusted high will be our high, and adjusted low will be our low. And again, we will take only the required fields and values. Logger information will be fetched length of days of historical data, and here we will just correct this little thing here, leaving it for Tingo. So this is all. Next lesson we are going to do fetch daily price method for FMP and Tingo. Stay tuned and see you at the next lesson for this project, building the prediction dashboard with Python and Streamlit. Thank you. Bye-bye.